Hey everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, part of the Otelier Demo Series. This time a look at our business intelligence tool called IntelliSight. My name is Jason Freed, and I'm the Hospitality Data Evangelist at Otelier. And in a few minutes, I'll be joined by Russell Meek and Ryan Smith, both Senior Directors of Product Strategy at Otelier. A couple quick housekeeping notes. The audio is on mute for all attendees, but please feel free to ask questions during the presentation in the chat box below. We'll take about 10 minutes at the end to answer as many questions as we can. Also, this session is being recorded, and tomorrow we'll send an email to all the registrants with a link to the video and slides. Before we dive into turning data into analysis with business intelligence, I want to tell you a little bit about Otelier. Otelier is the hospitality software behind every great host. We optimize performance for hotel owners and operators by harnessing data, easing decision making, and automating the mundane to release hoteliers back into hospitality. Otelier was launched in 2024 after the consolidation of several best-in-class business intelligence and back-office automation solutions, including My Digital Office, Broadvine, Focal Revenue, DataVision, InTouch, and HelloGM. Today, our product suite features three primary products. DigiAudit is a back-office automation solution that allows you to streamline night audit compliance and month-end reporting across your portfolio. TruePlan is a budgeting and forecasting tool that allows you to optimize the financial planning process, including year-end budgeting and your regular dynamic forecasts. IntelliSight is a modern business intelligence platform that allows you to transform data from all the revenue-generating outlets across your hotels into actionable insights. We also just launched a new add-on tool called Rec that I will tell you about shortly. Let's take a closer look at DigiAudit. With DigiAudit, you can move your critical end-of-day reports to a secure cloud environment to ensure audit compliance. DigiAudit helps hoteliers automate signature workflows, reduce costs, and operate more sustainably. Some features of DigiAudit: access all your nightly reports in one place with no printer or dusty file cabinets required. Get secure instant access to financial reports using an easy-to-search indexed repository. You can streamline approvals and collaboration. Standardize the approval process across your portfolio for more accurate revenue reporting, automate signature workflows and collaborate on documents with commenting and markup, and utilize version control with timestamps and receive real-time status report updates. TruePlan is a tool that allows you to elevate your financial planning process. Gain confidence in budgeting and forecasting across your portfolio by using powerful predictive models and hospitality-specific drivers to run what-if scenarios and make decisions quickly. With TruePlan, you can create accurate and timely forecasts and utilize audited actuals from your accounting system to create plans with the right amount of fidelity. Eliminate manual spreadsheet updates and reduce errors by automatically building and seeding plans from historical data. TruePlan allows you to create consistent, standardized plans. You can use ad hoc versions, comparison and variance analysis, and custom roles and permissions. Otelier TruePlan simplifies hotel financial planning with industry-leading drivers and predictive models, allowing you to spend less time working in spreadsheets and more time on hospitality. Otelier IntelliSight allows you to transform your data into actionable insights. Access the right data at the right time to help you make the best possible decisions. IntelliSight pulls in key data from across your disparate systems to enable centralized access to your hotel's most impactful insights. With IntelliSight, you can consolidate data from across your portfolio. You can capture siloed data from on-premise systems such as PMS, POS, General Ledger, and Labor, and off-premise databases such as STR, guest satisfaction reports, and rate shopping tools. IntelliSight standardizes and cross-matches your data across systems to create rich reports with fresh insights down to the transaction level. You can analyze performance in real time by customizing reports and dashboards or taking advantage of our predefined industry standard reports to make analysis a breeze. Optimize your hotel's financial performance with real-time revenue analytics and see how different departments affect each other and improve profitability. IntelliSight allows you to maximize revenue with ease using rich interactive data visualizations to achieve your total revenue management goals. Track and course correct on important KPIs like RevPAR, ADR, occupancy, and identify upsell opportunities in F&B, rooms, events, and sales reports to improve profitability. IntelliSight allows you to automate your hotel data pipeline to save hours of manual work and improve data accuracy. It integrates with almost any software system you use at your hotels, and it's easy to scale for large or small hotel portfolios or luxury independent resorts. Collect and analyze data across properties to gain 360-degree visibility into your portfolio. Lastly, a tool we just introduced called Rec, which allows you to power up your accounting processes with automated reconciliations. Automate bank reconciliations, OTA reconciliations, and income audit journaling to elevate your back office processes, drive accuracy, and optimize efficiency to unlock revenue. Rec allows you to easily reconcile cash deposits and credit card transactions. You can avoid overpaying commissions to OTAs like Booking.com and Expedia and keep tabs on booking status, cancellations, and room charges. It allows you to automate income journaling, which is the daily transfer of reconciled income directly to your hotel's accounting system, including revenue, taxes, cash, credit card transactions, and ledger balances. Stay on top of guest issues like refunds and credit card returns with the business summary dashboard, ensuring GMs and property management teams are always informed. Otelier Rec works with DigiAudit, TruePlan, and IntelliSight products, providing you with comprehensive operational performance management. Today we're going to go a little bit deeper into Otelier's modern business intelligence platform, IntelliSight. Since consolidating BI tools, our product team has spent countless hours building a back-end architecture that makes integrating new data sources significantly faster and paves the way for future innovations such as artificial intelligence shaping the way we analyze data. There are 3 versions of IntelliSight: Pro, Plus, and Elite. Pro is built for individual hotel owners or operators with a small portfolio of limited service hotels, connects to your PMS and accounting system, and is going to centralize all your daily performance data into user-friendly dashboards. Plus adds more visibility into the data that the commercial team wants to see, like forecast, pace, pickup, third-party data like GSS, rate shopping, etc. It also has more integrations and pulls in data from other ancillary revenue outlets across your property and portfolio. Elite is really everything you need to see about your property in deeply customizable reports and dashboards, allowing you to slice and dice your data any way you like. It includes professional services where we'll build the visualizations for you. We have hundreds of hotels using IntelliSight today across all 3 versions, and here's just one example of a forward-thinking customer who is preparing for how artificial intelligence will impact hospitality BI in the near future. Jeremy Sloan at Britain Resorts and Hotels says, "A big push for us has been taking all the data we have coming in and supplementing it with other sources of data. With generative AI, it's not just graphs and charts, but we can do short analysis of those numbers and put them in a more common language." So you've heard enough from me. Let's dive into what these products really can do. At this point, I'm going to bring in Russell Meek, who is the Senior Director of Product Strategy, and he's going to walk you through IntelliSight Pro.
Thanks, Jason. First up, I am going to demo our IntelliSight Pro product. When I log in, I'm going to be presented with our portfolio level dashboard. It starts with what we call a business summary. If there are restaurants or POS systems at the hotels, I have a restaurant business summary area. We have our P&L KPIs, our revenue KPIs, and then a section around reputation KPIs and labor. So we get a list of their occupied rooms in comparison to last year, variance to budget, and we can do a variance to 2022. We can view it in daily, month to date, year to date, or we can run it by custom dates. You can also go back and look at a prior day. So we've got a calendar selector here that will let you look at all this data based on that. There's the ability to download a file with this data if you needed it for anything else. It lays out by hotel our occupied rooms, our room revenue, our F&B revenue, other revenue. It does the calculation for gross revenue. You can also sort by any one of these columns. You can see our occupancy percentage, ADR, RevPAR. You can quickly see if there was any no-shows at any of your hotels, how many out-of-order rooms are currently being represented as of yesterday at each of the hotels, and of course if there's any comp rooms. We get very similar information for our restaurants. We can see it month-to-date daily, year-to-date, or a custom date, or go back to a specific date. You can see the number of covers. You can see the total revenue, gross sales, net sales, other charges that might be represented coming in from the POS. All of this data, by the way, comes in either from the property management system or from your point of sale system at the restaurants. You can see how much tax was collected, total payments if we're pulling that data in. If we're looking at the P&L KPIs, we can represent EBITDA, total expenses, rooms revenue, F&B revenue, other operating department revenue, miscellaneous income, expenses for the rooms department or expenses for the F&B department, and then any other operational department expenses. So if we look at, as an example, total expense, I can quickly get an understanding of which hotels expenses are skyrocketing versus which ones are doing a little better on their expenses. We can also slice and dice this by year to date, trailing 12 months, or the last 3 years. We can see it as an amount, as a dollar per occupied room, or as a percentage of revenue. So we can quickly see, okay, here's what it's looking like as a percentage of revenue. And one of the neat things about IntelliSight Pro is that we've gone through and over years built out these KPIs that are most relevant for someone looking at a portfolio of hotels. But you can also quickly see not only the visualizations, but the data itself represented in a table if you wanted to find a very specific number, as well as export it down as a file if you need it for any other downstream reporting processes that you may have. The revenue KPIs, you can see total revenue, RevPAR over a time period. So we can see, okay, I want to see RevPAR for year to date or for the trailing 12 months. And we can see, okay, these 3 hotels each have their RevPAR. We can see that, as an example, the Quality Inn is at $49.81. The Ramada is at $39.61, and it looks like for some reason our RevPAR dropped significantly in November of 2019 down here. We can go through and flip the visualization to show a table as well. You'll notice that these dates don't match up. That's only because I'm in the demo environment. This would be live and up to date on any real hotel if we were looking at a real hotel. Now, if we look at reputation KPIs, we can pull in data from TripAdvisor, Google, Hotels.com, and Booking. And you can start to see, okay, what are my scores looking like over a time period? Last up, we've got our labor KPIs. If we have an integration to your labor system, we can pull in labor data over a time period again, and we can pull in and do a calculation of cost per room sold, percentage of revenue, overtime hours, minutes per room, minutes per occupied room, and minutes per room variances. Moving along, I am going to navigate over to this demo hotel 2 and take a look at the hotel level dashboard. You'll notice that I get my rooms sold for yesterday. I can also navigate to a prior day if necessary. I can see what my revenue was for other revenue, my gross revenue, my room revenue. And then these little bubbles here will show you what the variance is based on your selection towards the bottom. In its current state, and by default, it's comparing to the same date last year. As you can see, I sold 44 rooms, and that is 7 less than I did on the same date last year. I can also compare to budget. So our budget said I should have sold 5 more rooms. You'll notice that my revenue is doing a little bit better despite that against budget. I can take a look at a prior year variance. In this case, it's 2022 variance, and I can see that I'm also doing better than I was in 2022. This view is available in daily, month to date, or year to date, similar to the portfolio dashboard. And I also have the ability to capture comments and look at all the comments for the month in one place. A general manager might go in and say, hey, we are behind budget by 7 rooms, why they're seeing that at the hotel. We can also see how many rooms are out of order, how many rooms are comped month to date. If we scroll down, you'll notice this guest folio issues area. And what we do is we will compare what the folios look like from the PMS data and highlight folios that may need attention. You'll notice there was a set of adjustments for $100 to this Mr. Matthew reservation. There's a comp room that you may or may not want to make a comment about or address. There hasn't been a payment for Danny Shaw, as an example. So we run this through a set of logic that will highlight to your ops teams folios they may need to adjust or make note of. We also have an area here that shows you a forecast for the next 30 days. You can see that your ADR is doing something. So you can take a look here and go through ADR, occupancy forecast, and forecasted occupancy percentage over the next 30 days. You can take a look at the revenue And then we have the ability to look at pickup for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, all the way up to 30 days. We also have a revenue comparison visualization here that take a quick look at what 2021, 2022, and 2023 look like. And we also have a guest sentiments word cloud that highlight what might be going on. So it sounds like someone was rude, the internet might be having issues, Wi-Fi, internet, breakfast, and the room, staff, and the furniture all seem to be trending green here. So it's a nice visualization that helps the teams understand where they need to focus. And towards the bottom, you'll see, similar to on our portfolio dashboard, a view of your reputation scores with each of the reputation vendors. You can take a look over time as well and see if there's any problems going on with the hotel's reputation. That's it for a quick demo of IntelliSight Pro. Let me hand it back to Jason.
Hey Russ, that was awesome. Really great seeing what IntelliSight Pro looks like and can do. Now we're going to bring in Ryan Smith, also Senior Director of Product Strategy, who's going to talk about IntelliSight Plus and Elite. Take it away, Ryan.
Thanks for joining. My name is Ryan and I'm going to spend a few minutes showing you through our new product, IntelliSight Plus. This new offering has been in development for over a year and takes in the best of what we've learned from our existing products such as My Perspective, InTouch BI and Data Vision, as well as feedback from our partners to create a best-of-breed solution. IntelliSight Plus is, in essence, the ultimate data warehouse, bringing in detailed data sets from, and bear with me here, there's quite a few, PMS, General Ledger, Labor, Planning, Guest Satisfaction, STR, Rate Shopping, Point of Sale, Sales and Catering, and there are a few more we haven't announced yet that will come in the next couple of months. The real strength comes from not just the breadth and depth of the data we are taking, but how it can be cross-pollinated to make the end result larger than the sum of its parts. A good example here is taking survey results data from your guest satisfaction data sets, where we take the individual surveys and attach them to the stays within the PMS. This can overlay extra information that's not necessarily apparent within your GSS data sets. For example, aligning your value for money score against the rate packages that are being bought, or your arrival score with the time the guest is arriving and how many other people are arriving at a similar time. We offer a place that can be seen as a single source of truth. Across your organization, we are able to provide outcomes for your entire team, including but not limited to your revenue, sales, finance, and your operational teams. We are also able to provide a top to bottom view, from a detailed view for a hotel user all the way up to your portfolio overview and everything in between. Now, let me walk you through some of the dashboards we have on offer, starting with what you can see here, which is our portfolio overview, giving exactly that. A breakdown of your KPIs across your organization, and also the ability to source this information from both PMS or General Ledger, depending on your user's requirements. To add to this, we can apply filtering to the data sets, either via the drop-downs on the left here, such as changing your date ranges, which years you're comparing against, or your data sources, or we can be filtering directly via the visualizations. For example here, I can look at how my business unit 2 is contributing to the overall portfolio simply by clicking on it. Now reflects all the visualizations in the data sets to show the production for business unit 2. But importantly, it also keeps the production of your entire portfolio so you can understand the impact of how that's applying against the portfolio. We can go a step further and look at a particular hotel. And again, it's going to show you that hotel's production, but against its portfolio, so it can give you a good grasp of how it's affecting your overall suite. That kind of functionality is available as well across all our dashboards. Now we can move on to our P&L by month dashboard. This is again allowing you to visualize and represent your portfolio, but at the same time break it down by hotel if and when required. We're also able to support the mapping of multiple charts of account structures into standard templates following the USALI standard. Within the dashboards, we're able to show this information can be shown to target different user needs via what we call views. Here you can see we have different views of an owner view, operator view, and a room revenue detail view. So for example, the room revenue detail view can target just specifically revenue elements and expense elements that are targeting the rooms department. This is available in other areas as well, but it allows us to tackle the same data set for different user personas for you. We'll also be releasing another view of this information in a month-to-date, year-to-date split, and that should be out sometime next week. Next, we'll have a look at the account performance. Our account performance dashboard, the ability to show both company and agent performance on the one screen and how they interrupt with each other. So if I have a look here, we can certainly look at how a certain account or certain company is performing versus last year, but what rooms they're booking at, what agents they're booking through, as well as what rates and what seasonality they're coming through. The way we do this, and as part of this overall workflow, is by providing you systems that allow you to map profiles across disparate PMS systems into central profiles, which allow for the centralized tracking you're seeing here. And in the future, we'll be releasing updates that take further advantage of this. For example, looking at accounts that produce displacement. And by displacement, I mean these are corporate accounts that are providing you business on days that are already busy. So you're already full at 95% or above occupancy, for example. And the variance between their rate and what you would get via public transient rate, and understanding across a period of time what that displacement can look at. The next one is our pickup analysis. Our pickup analysis provides revenue teams with a breakdown of where and how the changes are taking place, with easy to change settings such as a pickup window, as of dates, and affected date ranges. This is then provided back as a dataset, heat maps, and other visualizations to understand the impact on your business. Once again, this is done at both a single property level or across the portfolio. And it's worth pointing out that we're not just doing this by market segmentation or rate code. It also is available for channel, country, nationality, room type, company, agent, and group as well. If I just quickly show you here for an example, if we want to look at how our 14-day pickup occurred, you can see how quickly we are able to reflect that within the dashboards. To a total of a 90-day pickup, looking at how your business is affected. So there are many different options here, and it's the system is quite fast to be able to look at the different ways your windows are impacted. One strategic element that is important to understand is where we are sitting within your competitive set, and potentially how to influence that. And our STR dashboard can play a role in that. We have mixed together your performance against your comp set by bracketing your RGI and then breaking that into how your hotel is performing within those brackets from your PMS data. For example, at the top here, you can see how your RevPAR is affected on different days of the week by RGI bracket. Or even more importantly, below that, you can see how your market mix is impacted by each of the brackets, while being able to target specific dates and days of week. To add to this, we also include a detailed breakdown by KPI at the bottom of the dashboard. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to show you one of the advanced features within the elite version of IntelliSight, and that is the ability to edit or create new dashboards within the system to meet your specific needs. To demonstrate this, I'm going to use the Hotel Stats dashboard, which is used to provide basic stats across hotels and date ranges. And now let's say we want to add a visualization here showing each of the hotels and then room revenue contribution to the portfolio. We would simply edit the dashboard. We would choose the visualization we want. In this case, I'm going to choose the tree map. And then pick your hotel's dimension, and your room revenue values. And let's just go and update the values so they're a little bit nicer to read. And then we have it. Not only do we have the ability to pull this up as a visualization, it can also act as a filter as well, allowing you to choose which hotels you're looking at. Once this is saved, all users that have access to this dashboard can now see this. As I said too, this is not just used to edit existing dashboards. If you have this feature, you're able to create new dashboards as well. Now, we are just scratching the surface on what we are going to be able to offer you. Other dashboards that we haven't even been able to get to include AR aging, market and channel analysis, cancellation breakdowns, room upsells versus upgrades, guest satisfaction breakdowns, forecast accuracy, demand overviews, labor analysis, and F&B and sales and catering revenue optimization, allowing us to move towards that oft-used but hard to achieve outcome of total revenue management tracking. Thanks for your time today, and look forward to being able to share more with you over the coming months.